Hey guys, welcome back. Last video we did the challenge with Shrimpo to try to get the floor 5 due to using a common character, that was the Thicknaya floor. Now, there's many other characters here on this list, clearly Shrimpo isn't the only one. And the rules of the challenge, while I did mention most all of them last video, I forgot to put one in the description, and it is I have to use the trinket of I'm using, which was button, but I also have to use one that is not a twisted exclusive. Enter our next target, Boxten. The question whether I should do Boxten or Poppy next was really up in the air, but I figured Boxten would be a more fun idea. Just like Shrimpo, as you could have saw, Boxten is common, meaning we only need to get the floor 5. And his item is none other than the blue bandana. But we're just going to equip this up. The item equipped... wrong thing. The other item we have is the manual, which can be bought pretty early on in the game, and I do advise. It improves how fast you extract. Now, one nice thing about Boxten, if I can click him, he has 3 in every stat, unlike Shrimpo's 1 in every stat. Poppy is the same way, which is why I wanted to do these two next. These are the true baseline characters. Currently, the twist of the day is none other than Astro. So that'll be fun to deal with. But once we beat floor 5, we're done. And it shouldn't take nearly as long as it took with Shrimpo, because we have a few things in our advantage. Obviously all our stats are better, so let's go over what that means for us while we're waiting. First, stealth. One of the most important stats we have a huge buff in. Higher stealth means that we're going to be detected a lot less frequently, and from a short distance. Granted, we're still going to be detected every once in a while, but we pretty much have it in the bag. Next is speed and stamina. These two go hand in hand. Last time I stated how stamina is less important depending on your speed, and while I do believe that is true, both of these are 3, meaning I'll have 150 stamina and the average amount of speed. Pretty damn good in my opinion. And finally, extraction speed and skill check. These are huge as well, because extraction speed, or E-speed as I call it, means that I'll be taking the gens less time. English. It'll take me less time to do gens, and my add-ons improve that by 5 and 7.5% respectively. Oh god, doodles. That is one of the few toons I don't want to see in this challenge, actually. Oh, I didn't see who that was. Oh, R&D, think. Okay. Last gen right there, question mark? We're gonna check in here. Doodles, yeah. We know both of them now, which is huge. So Doodles, very fast, low attention span. Very useful to get. But also one of the harder toons to actually play against. It's a pick your poison type thing. Thankfully, their low attention span makes them manageable. Unlike a few others that we thankfully don't have to deal with yet. As you can see, our skill checks are a lot bigger from Shrimpo's, and that is a huge buff. We also get more off great skill checks as Boxten, or any toon actually, other than whoever else has 1 stealth. then Shrimpo. Not self. Skill check. This is a lot less of a challenge, and there's a few other characters in the common category that just won't be challenging. But Boxten, Dink, and Poppy are the average characters. So, they're about as mediocre as we can get. They won't excel in one place, kinda, but they also won't be lacking in one place either, which is a nice change of pace. And something we will not be seeing too often. Most characters highly specialize in one of two categories: stealth or chase. Boxten, Poppy, and Shrimpo specialize in none. Shrimpo, because of his low stats, can't actually do anything in those categories. With such low extraction speed and skill check, him doing a gen is pretty risky for him, because odds are he's going to mess it up. Okay, I know this game, it's gonna be in here. And he can't chase due to the lack of stamina. And the lack of speed. Making him overall pretty bad at all stats. Meanwhile, Poppy and Boxten are pretty much the opposite. They have their 15 stat points spread evenly through every stat, meaning they are actually pretty decent at anything, and lets you build around them. Though they do have their own special abilities, unlike Shrimpo, which I will be talking about now, even if Boxten's is useless. Boxten requires multiple people to be with you. For every other toon that's alive, I gain a small percentage boost in my extraction speed. Pretty huge. That is if I wasn't doing this solo. No. But I'm doing this by myself. So that boost to my extraction speed, I don't obtain. Meanwhile, Poppy's ability makes it so whenever they're hit, they gain a speed boost for a short amount of time. And as soon as I read it, I immediately thought of one thing. Overcome from Dead by Daylight. Now, when I first was playing this game, I was told that it was similar to Dead by Daylight, which is why I chose to play it. Well, I do feel a bit tricked, and I can't deny that there is a few aspects that definitely feel like Dead by Daylight. And it feels kinda like being chased by the night. Except the guards are permanent. Yeah, with Boxten's trash ability in the setup, we actually don't have much. We don't care about any of that. Also, if we were Shrimp on that for it would have taken a lot longer to get to the exit. Just saying. We also spent a lot more, which is huge. In fact, we have speed candy and a pop is nice. Being about 1/3 stamina refill is huge. Well, I know which gen I'm doing last. Shrimpo. Who is that? Is that Yada? That's Yada. What is Yada doing? She's coming over here. Don't come this way. Thank you. Okay. So, let's explain the TOONS real quick. We've encountered Doodles, I already explained them. R&D, or Razzle and Dazzle, I did not explain yet though. So I should explain them real quick. Basically, they make an AoE around them, and if you run that AoE, they wake up and cause you to take damage if you enter that AoE. Me running at the very end of it allowed me to get tapes pretty safely. Now, Shrimpo, while being very bad when we look at playing him as a toon, as a Twisted, he's a little annoying. With his ability, Bully, he's able to see a little bit farther than any other toon. And that range is huge for detecting players on generators. And really messing with the flow of some games. So, overall, he's just really annoying and difficult to deal with. Meanwhile, Yata doesn't have the same issue while having the same issue. It's hard to explain, but Yata is faster than any other common toon. And I do plan to do every toon in the correct rarity order, but that may be a little difficult because I'm gonna need to get Yata for that. I'm quite sure Yata's the only common toon I do not own. Which is nice, at least. And plus, I have all weekend to grind, which I do plan to. Anyways, Yata's just a little bit quicker than anyone else. That's their entire gimmick. It's two very nice gimmicks. It's very nice that we got one. One slightly faster and one that you can see slightly farther. Also, when it comes down to a combination, not the worst because of that one. I'm just trying to think of a few characters that would be pretty annoying to face. Because the same annoying characters actually are pretty easy in comparison. I mean, of course, mains are going to be the main problem here, no pun intended. But out of the mains, I think Astro, which is the daily, and Pebble, the previous daily, are going to be the two hardest to deal with. And this is due to their different abilities. Pebble is the fastest in the game and only able to be outran by a handful of characters when in panic mode. These three are Pebble, R&D on the correct floor and with the right trinkets, and Louie at 1 HP. Louie will be our fourth character in the series to be done. At least I plan for them to be. And as you guys can see, we're already 15 minutes in, and we've already made it so far. Honestly, if we get blackout, I'm gonna laugh. Because there's going to be a 5% chance this floor, 7 in the next, and 9 in the final floor. Ooh. Is that really the closest gen? I don't really want to save that one for last. Tisha. Okay. Ooh, that one's closer. I'll do that one actually last. It's more open, but it'll be worth it. So Tisha actually has a more interesting thing, in my opinion. It's that they spend longer in their pause areas, and they always take those pauses, I believe. Basically, while they are pretty much the same as Boxten, Poppy, or Louis, they actually have more of an interesting playstyle to work around. Because of the increased length that they stay in one location when not in chase. And I think they have a... I think they can only go to nearby points. Ooh, my twisted variant is here actually. That's kind of cool. So Twist and Boxten is pretty much as basic as you can get. Ironically enough. Nothing notable about Boxten. He has average range, speed, and that's no specialized ability. Nor does he have anything special to go along with his movement patterns, like Tisha. So overall, Boxten is both the most basic of the TOONS and the Twisteds. You don't see me. Oh, you saw me. Why did you have to see me? That's a Tisha. Jumper cables. Oh, wow. Okay, that's an item I didn't think I'd be seeing this early into the series. Jumper cables are extremely powerful items that when used on a gen, increases how much progress it has by I think 40%. Which is huge. Because that's a free 40% you don't have to do. While they're extremely useful on characters like Shrimpo who have low skill checks, or characters with no extraction speed like Pebble, they're still really useful on higher extraction speed characters as well. And yeah, obviously I've used my pop already. Again, it restores almost a third of my stamina, so it's pretty dang good. Speed candy is extremely good because it just increases your move speed. And in the challenge where you're by yourself, move speed is one of the best things to have. And as a 3 speed, I can get more use of it. Do you have anything good? No. Okay. Do I want that protein bar? I'm gonna take the protein bar. First, to prevent a dandy run from starting. But second, because it increases stamina regen. Which is, in my opinion, one of the most broken effects in Knife can have. Okay, so that's last gen. What went there last round? My question is there is. One capsule. Shrimpo again. Again, slightly longer range of vision, and that's about it. This is floor 4, so it can't be a main. We prevented a dandy run already. No! Tegan. Nothing in Death's Corner, at least. Oh, there's Tegan. That's cool. So, Tegan. Yes, I have all of the Twisteds. Tegan is more of an annoying one than difficult one. That's just fair. So Tegan's whole thing is they're slightly faster than the average toon, though they have the same vision, and they take a few hits when they hit you. Overall, while not extremely overpowered, it can lead to some interesting moments. So, yeah, not my favorite, and Tegan did actually end up killing one of my runs, Shrimpo, which shouldn't surprise anyone. It's Shrimpo. Now, you're probably gonna hear me talk about previous runs a lot in the Death Challenge, and Shrimpo is, of course, gonna be one of the more negative ones, because Shrimpo is just extremely weak. But at the same time, that was the whole point of the challenge, and why I started this challenge. Not because I wanted to play super strong characters and go very low, because I wanted to push what I thought I can do. And hey, solo runs are kind of fun and use a decent amount of Ichor. I've already gained over 100 Ichor, which is pretty sweet. I have just 2 more gens, and then I'm on to the final floor. This might be a first attempt, as long as floor 5 doesn't have too bad of a main. If any. Because mains are a 4% chance to spawn. So, in order for things to go horribly wrong, I think I need a blackout main. Since I actually won't have that good of vision in a blackout. Making it my weakest point. And that's a huge problem for multiple characters. Especially the slow ones. Or the ones that lack stamina. Basically, because of the way this game works, blackouts pretty much kill these runs for many characters. You can't see nearly as far, you don't get nearly as much information on where gens are, unless you're looking right at where they're facing, and even then, you're joking. Okay, Tegan, piss off. But yeah, even the ones that do have decent stamina and speed, you just have a hard time finding the generators. There's a handful that actually won't have this problem. Scraps won't have the problem of the gens. Meanwhile, Brightney, Connie, V won't have the problem. There's one other character. Oh, you're joking. Shrimp out! There's like 4 characters. I can't remember the 4th, though. Astro. That's the last one. They all have an increased radius of emitting light in comparison to any other toon, which is a huge buff. I do have to admit, one of the best buffs. And this is the last floor of the challenge. I think I'm going to play until... After we beat this floor, I think I'll play until I find another boxten to take me out. No, do not do that. Oh! So, this is where we start panicking. But that is glisten. The very rare I did not want to see. So glisten, glisten, glisten. There's two ways to deal with this, and I honestly hate both. Do I might be able to do the nice way? Okay, no. Or I could just be bullied into doing it the other way. Okay, so this bar above Glisten's head, this is the death bar. Death fills, he goes berserk. Frankly, I think we're gonna have to let him go berserk. Because we cannot rely on him to stay near gens. So we are now playing one of the riskiest games of the Andy's World we can. We have to complete 4 gens with an enraged glisten. Doesn't sound nearly as bad as it is. But we're gonna have to pre-run anything if glisten is heading towards that. And this map has a lot of corners. Oh, that's the halfway mark. If we were super speedy or super extraction, we might be able to actually play around glisten, but unfortunately we don't have an enhancement in one of those stats, so we won't be able to play around glisten. Is that saying that maybe if I was playing Yato or Pebble I could? Who knows? I hate to leave this as the last one. Okay. That's... listen. That's him walking. You know, on second thought... working on this gen preemptively sounds like a wonderful idea. You know, just 99 it. Why do I feel like I'm gonna have to use all my math here? Oh shit. This is how I lose glisten. Yeah. I feel like I'm playing Shrimpo again. This is not fun. Oh great, this is death. And I was so confident this was it too. I'm not saying that we have a 100% chance to lose, I'm just saying that the odds are not in our favor. We need extremely good glisten RNG right now. Or else we are going to be stuck with a very, very bad time. That's Louis. We can live with Louis. Come on. That was the last thing I wanted. So this is Death Corner of this map. Or one of the two Death Corners. Well, this map is easily one of my favorites. It has probably my least favorite setup at the same time. It's hard to explain, but as you play the game, you get to understand different tiles better, and Death Corners are easier to notice. Okay, Glisten doesn't seem to be over there. Ooh, wait, we found Glisten. Here, we know where Glisten is heading. Glisten easily could be taking the express route here. Frankly, it don't matter, because we made that hit left. Let's go. You know what? I deserve the chocolate bar. That Glisten made me think we were gonna lose. Wow. New question, how long until we find another Boxten? Boxten is one of the multiple comments, thankfully, so hopefully not too long. It hit me, I haven't seen a single customer today. At least in this recording session. Oh, I did not check who that was. Oh, I spoke his name and he appeared. Ooh, piece of candy. Cosmo. Oh yeah, there's a gen there. I could use this one. And Yata. Okay, what we're doing this for. Being a super extractor actually has its huge perks here. I find it funny. The time it took me to beat 6 floors as Shrimpo, it took about half this time for me to do as Boxten. And I mean, yeah, 3 times the stats in every stat, it does kind of make you a bit better and all. But at the same time, that's huge. If I'm taking an hour to get through, I'll take that. That actually scared me. Yep, there we go. I wonder if we're gonna see a main this time? Because I'll have to be die to a main instead. Or Poppy. Yeah, main or Poppy. That's my one to die to. Or of course Boxten. Take myself out. That was for last time. But no, that's a completely different challenge for a completely different video. How did y'all see me? Oh, I had 1666 sticker. That's amazing. Again, this is just a great way for me to find a picker as well, which is needed to buy characters, which is needed in order to buy Yata. Which I'm actually fairly close to. I think it's that I'm at 12 characters, and my next character I plan to buy is Tawny at 2,000, so 1,600 is pretty nice, making me less than 400 away. And that's just one pretty good run. Currently we're at like 327, I believe. Please can't math that right. Yeah, I'll take Sparkplug. Instead of well-paced. Well-paced is the right option, I'm going to say that now, but Sparkplug has me feeling like we're getting blackout here. If I die in a blackout, I die in a blackout. Ooh. I think this is the greenhouse map? Ooh, Yata and Louie. No clue where Louie is. But Louie's not exactly that big of a threat, thankfully. Louie is just like Boxten and Poppy. Average speed, detection range, and nothing special other than that. They have a cool design. Look at that head. Ooh, Yata incoming. Nope, they're taking it from down. Almost missed that. Right there is the friend. Whoa. You don't see shit. Did I miss a jump? I think I missed the gem. Cool. It's probably in the main elevator room. Off in a corner. Okay, yeah, we're fine. We're fine. We're not losing another fight by Louie. On this floor at least. That's Yata. No, there's only one machine in here. Oh no, please don't say I'm having a blind moment. Not here, oh. Okay, it was where I didn't even look. Okay. If you almost found that before me, good on you. I cannot see that. To be honest, I know why Twisted can't see through that broken shell thing. Because half the time I can't. I am so happy Louis chose to not. I'm not getting hit, I'm not getting hit, I'm not getting hit, I'm not getting hit. That's a box of chocolates. That's a Yata. She cannot see the gen. Yeah, no, I'm safe. I'm fine. I'm good even. No, I have an idea. And this is just like one of those dumb ideas that come to people, you know? But it's me, and dumb ideas kind of come to me way more commonly than they should. And it is to try to get as fast as possible in D&D 4 by using a large assortment of trinkets, characters, and items. So to make it less micro-y kinda, no dog bone. And the way I calculate, I think I would be moving at like 113 I calculated. And this is where the run ends. Thank you guys for watching. No, dying to glisten actually is a very honorable way to go. Oh, I fell out the poppy. And there we go. Anyways guys, it's the last. Thank you for dropping by. Can't believe we got glistened twice. That's absurd. I have nothing for that. Oh, DX is gonna have fun with this video though. So, yeah. Anyways, I'll catch y'all later. Goodbye.